The moment I saw the last note my grandmother left for me, I couldn't even bring myself to unfold it before the tears started falling. But there was a shocking reason why things had come to this. Before I begin, to everyone listening right now, tell me in the comments where you're from, how old you are, and what you're doing while listening. This story might remind you of something or someone you've tried not to think about for a long time. My grandmother was the kind of person who simply showed up. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly, consistently, lovingly, always there. When I was little, my parents worked late. Most evenings, the house felt too big, too quiet, too cold. I'd sit on the couch with the TV flickering in the dark, waiting for someone, to make the loneliness go away. Then one winter evening, I heard the front door unlock. "Hey, sweetheart, did you eat yet?" Her voice, warm, familiar, safe. I hadn't realized how scared I was until she stepped inside. And I burst into tears. She held me, rubbing slow circles on my back. From that day on, she came every single afternoon, carrying warm soup in a thermos, snacks wrapped in napkins, and a smile that looked like she'd walked miles just to see me. Because she had walked miles. 2 buses, then a steep hill, even on days when her knees hurt so badly. She had to stop halfway to rest. But she never said a word about the pain. "Seeing you makes everything better," she'd say. I believed her, because back then, I didn't see anything except the comfort she gave me. But then I got older. Middle school, high school friends, homework, a growing sense of independence. I thought I didn't need her as much. I didn't want anyone hovering. Especially not someone I felt didn't understand my world. "Grandma, stop worrying about me. I'm fine," I snapped one day, more harshly than I meant. Her face fell for just a second. Just 1 second. But I was too young, too self-centered to notice. She still smiled. She always smiled. But the truth is, she had already started getting weaker. I just didn't know it. Then one cold morning, everything changed. I came home from school and saw my parents waiting in the living room. With the kind of silence that tells you your life is about to split into before and after. "You're not going to school today," my dad said quietly. Those words alone made my knees weak. At the hospital, I saw her lying there. Frail, pale, smaller than I remembered. But she still reached out and held my hand. "You're here, my sweetheart." Her voice was thin, but her smile was still the same. I asked what hurt. She whispered, "Nothing at all, darling." A lie, of course. But a gentle one, because she never wanted me to worry. A few days later, she slipped away in her sleep. At home after the funeral, my mom handed me a small envelope. "Your grandmother asked us to put this in your desk drawer. She said you'd read it when you were ready." My name was written on it in her shaky handwriting. I touched it, held it, but opening it felt impossible. If I read it, I'd be admitting she was gone. So I put it in the back of my drawer. And closed it. But the presence of that envelope, the weight of it, the heart of it, never stopped calling me. And one day, I finally picked it up again. That was the day everything changed. The paper was thin, soft from age. As if her hands were still wrapped around it. I opened it slowly, and the very first line shattered me. "I'm sorry, my sweet boy." Sorry? Why would she say that? If anything, I should have apologized. For every moment I pushed her away. For every careless word, for not noticing she'd been hurting. But the next sentence explained everything. "I didn't want to be a burden to you." A burden? The woman who raised me, fed me, comforted me, thought she was a burden? My vision blurred as I kept reading. "I was getting sick, and I didn't want you to see me lose my strength. I wanted you to remember me smiling." By then, I was shaking all over. And then came the final line. The one that broke me open entirely. "I didn't love you because you were my grandson. I loved you because you were you." I put my head down on the desk and sobbed. Not just from grief, but from understanding. She had loved me without condition. Without expectation. Without wanting anything in return. But the note was only the beginning. A few days later, my parents told me something that made the truth even heavier. And even more beautiful. When my parents told me the truth, I collapsed into the chair behind me. We were finishing dinner when my dad said, "There's something about your grandmother we never told you." My stomach dropped. Mom took a breath and said, "She had been sick since you were in elementary school." I froze. Elementary school? That meant every bus ride, Every visit, every meal she cooked, every late night she stayed with me. All of it was done while her body was failing her. She didn't want anyone to tell you. My mom continued. She said you were too young to carry that kind of worry. My eyes welled up instantly. I had been annoyed with her for asking too many questions, while she had been hiding her pain the entire time. But the truth went deeper. My dad added quietly, there was one place she asked to visit before she died. I looked up. Where? The playground at your old elementary school. My breath caught. That playground. The one where she watched me run my first race. The one where she pushed me on the swings. The one where she'd wave from the fence with a lunchbox in her hand. She wanted to see it one last time. Mom said softly, but she was too weak to go. I covered my face with both hands. The thought of her lying in a hospital bed, longing to see the place where she felt closest to me, was almost more than I could bear. She didn't ask for one more birthday. She didn't ask for one more holiday. She asked for one more moment, connected to a memory of me. And she never even told me, because she didn't want to make me sad. That was the kind of love she had. Quiet, selfless, limitless. One afternoon, my mom handed me a small fabric pouch. This was hers, she said. She wanted you to have it. Inside was an old notebook. And a bank ledger. The notebook was worn, its pages soft, filled with her slanted handwriting. Every page was about me. Today he looked tired. I hope he's okay. He said he didn't want dinner, so I made his favorite anyway. I pray he always knows he is loved. I could barely see the words through my tears. And then, on the last page, he doesn't have to understand. I understand enough for both of us. I pressed the notebook to my chest and cried. Then I opened the bank ledger. My jaw dropped. She had been saving money, little by little, over many years. For me, for when life gets hard. Mom explained, so you'd have somewhere soft to land. And between the ledger pages was a tiny note. Follow your heart. Even if you fall, I've already placed a cushion for you. I couldn't stop trembling. She had prepared for a future she knew she wouldn't see. A future she wanted to make easier for me. But even that wasn't the end. There was one more thing. A memory she recorded herself. A message she wanted me to hear. Not written, but spoken. My dad brought me an old digital camera. She kept this close, he said. She recorded something for you. My heart pounded as I turned it on. There were dozens of photos. Me laughing, me running, me with scraped knees and missing teeth. Me on my first day of school. Every picture held the same thing. Her pride, her joy, her love. Then I found it. A video file. Hands shaking. I pressed play. Her face appeared on the screen. Older, tired, but smiling with that same warmth. That could melt any fear. Hi, sweetheart. She began softly. If you're watching this, I'm probably not there with you anymore. My throat tightened instantly. I wanted to tell you this while looking at you. But I didn't want you to cry. She paused, her eyes shining. You were my happiness. Every single day, I wiped my face with the back of my hand. But the tears kept coming. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be strong all the time. You just have to be you. Then she smiled. A smile I have memorized down to the smallest detail. I loved you not because you were my grandson. I loved you because you were you. The screen went dark, and I fell apart. I cried for everything she gave. For everything I didn't understand soon enough. For everything she never asked for. When the sobbing finally slowed, I whispered into the quiet room. All live well, Grandma. I promise. Her love didn't disappear when she did. It became the foundation I stand on. And I know, every time I fall, every time I doubt myself, her words will be there to lift me back up. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe. It means the world to me.